So the earliest flat-top guitars were referred to as the parlor guitars. And they were really meant to be played just to accompany a single vocalist. So unlike the guitars we're used to today that have the big bodies and the big booming voices, this was an accompanying voice, if you will, for a human voice. This is the Blues King model in the Gibson line. Tell us a little bit more about that, Robbie, and then talk to us about the voice of these smaller body guitars.
Well, I remember in some of my studies that as I was discovering these guitars, because we kept building these new handmade guitars which were actually available 100 years ago almost, and this type of guitar was like the guitar that first appeared on television, and one of the men who kind of inspired that early on was named Nick Lucas. And Nick Lucas was a crooner that sang on the radio, and back then they were using tenor banjos because that was the instrument of the time that was popular to accompany themselves. And if you can imagine a tenor banjo, with all due respect to the banjo, it was kind of a harsh sound. So somewhere along the line, I read in the books that Nick said, I pick up the guitar because it sounds better with my voice. And so the small bodies then all of a sudden started appearing on television, and then the evolution of Gibson got bigger and bigger as time went on. Now what I really like about our small bodies, because me being a fingerstyle player, the latter part of my life, my past life, these guitars make excellent parlor guitars that you can actually play subtle. Talking about parlor guitars, if I had this guitar in front of my friends and we had a few whiskeys, pretty strong whiskey. So it's very, very vocal to be able to play that those kind of subtleties and hear it on a guitar of this size that has such a beautiful warm voice because of our dovetail neck to body joint. The inner voices, which is the sign of a very good or very well-made guitar, whether it's steel string or nylon string. And the way we build them is by hand with a dovetail neck to body joint, which is why you're hearing so much of that resonance. And I enjoy sharing that with the people that I get to consult.
Well, this special small body here is should be an important part of every guitar player's collection. So come down to IKEBE and experience these small body, special voiced Gibson guitars.